is awesome. So it's an 8-inch bionic penis. Oh, warning, this story is going to get gruesome and graphic. So he's got a 8-inch bionic penis now, right?
Does that mean I can block my ears too?
No, you've got to keep listening. So that happened, right?
Yes.
Basically, it says here, he says, my penis is working perfectly now, and I just want to do it. Because obviously he's 43, he's a virgin, hasn't had anything. And, yeah, so basically, this is the funny part. This is the funny part of the story. So the penis has 2 tubes, which inflate when he presses a button on his testicles. So basically, he just go, boom,
Honey, do you mind if you play with my gooseberries?
Like, can you imagine it? So, it's quite decent, quite fun, awesome. And someone has come to his aid.
Giggity.
Giggity.
Sorry, I couldn't help that.
She is a $200 an hour dominatrix who has been voted the British Erotic Award for Sex Worker of the Year in 2013. Hello, kitty cat. Now, come on. But she found out about Muhammad's story and has said, look, I will have sex with you for free. Wow. So he is now finally going to go get laid with his bionic penis. Do you know what I got to say about that?
What's that?
Go Gadget Dick!
Oh, come on. It
That's
should be
about all I can do
Go
now.
Gadget Wang. Thank you very much.
But he's not
Everybody
Chinese.
Wang Chun. Anyway.
Whoa! Whoa! I don't know who's more racist, my joke or yours. Let's go to the board.
Bexon!
Hey, there we go. Fantastic. Well, I was going to go it's a tie, but if you want to win it, you win it. There we go.
Once in a while, I like to win things that I shouldn't win things at.
But yes, so Mr. Muhammad is going to go and get laid by the 2013 British Sex Worker, British Erotic Award for Sex Worker of the Year. Isn't that nice? It's a nice story.
Yeah.
Isn't it a nice? Isn't it a good feeling that someone is finally going to get fucked? Speaking about getting fucked.
Oh dear, here we go.
So we went to see the new Star Wars movie, right?
Yes, we did.
We did, and we thought it was awesome. No spoilers.
No, because that's
granted,
okay.
bearing in mind, okay, most of our listeners to this podcast are in America. So g'day, how you doing? Welcome, hello,
No,
hello,
I've already
hello.
seen it.
They've seen it numerous times. It's beaten out Titanic. It's about to beat out Avatar. So basically, Jack died for nothing. It was fine,
Oh no, don't spoil it, honey.
Don't leave me. I'll never let go. What does he do? Let's go.
go.
This is the stupidest freaking thing ever. Anyway, but so, everyone's gone to see the Star Wars. Everyone thinks it's amazing, wonderful, awesome, blah, blah, blah. 93% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's like a huge, massive hit, right?
It was great, yeah.
Because it was awesome. Let's go back to the less awkward times. Sorry, kitty cat. Let's go back to the less awkward times. The less awesome times. More awkward of the things. Yes, right. I'm talking about the prequels. Which... they're not cool, are they?
They're not great.
They're not great.
They're not terrible. In their own little collection of movies, they're fine. But in the under the title of Star Wars, with the collective, the original 3, the number 7,
Yeah, they're shit.
yeah, they don't fit.
No.
They don't fit at all.
Pause on what I was going to say. I was reading something yesterday that was quite interesting. So, George Lucas's ex-wife
Yes.
was the editor on the first one,
Right.
and basically had the right, would tell him, no, this is shit. Let me edit it properly for you, and would edit it down for him to make it the awesome movie that we know and love.
Oh,
Right?
So she fucked it.
So she was awesome. After they split, he was trying to do it himself and just couldn't do it. So that's why you have longer periods in Return of the Jedi. And then the last one, The Empire Strikes Back, is done by someone else. So that's why it's a slightly bit different.
Oh.
He wrote it, but someone else directed it. And I was reading something that when he went back to do the prequels, he hadn't directed a movie in 22 years. And all he was surrounded by was people that were like, yes, we should do it, yes.
Man.
So,
Evil
if
bastard.
they said, if they had given the script and given it to someone else to direct, it would have been so much better.
Like if they'd
So
done
much
it to
better,
Disney,
because
Disney would have actually...
Someone knew how to do it.
Yeah.
He hadn't done it in ages, or directed a movie in ages, so it would have been awesome.
He's got an amazing
And
visionary.
that's why Indiana Jones 5 was shit. 4 was shit.
I liked it. It was not an Indiana Jones
Crystal
movie.
Skull-
I
yeah, no.
liked it.
Yeah,
But-
I'm
but
going to
then
say
again-
something controversial just before we get on to your point. Die Hard 5, A Good Day to Die Hard, is
Right.
shit. It's a shit movie. It's a shit Die Hard movie. It's a shit Die Hard movie.
Where did his head go?
No, that's not the one. Not that one. When's that part?
A Good Day to Die Hard?
Yeah, when's that part?
That's the bit where they're on top of the building and they're
yes,
fighting and the daughter knocks her dad's head off.
Yep.
Yes.
Sorry, I got you now. Okay, apologies. I apologise.
Shh, you call yourself a Die Hard fan.
Well, I am. But that's what makes it so annoying. A Good Day to Die Hard is a shit Die Hard movie. However, as a movie, it's pretty damn cool.
I enjoyed it.
It's pretty damn cool. As a Die Hard movie, it's shit.
Yeah, but it doesn't follow the same lines as the original Die Hard movie, and he's getting old.
None of them do. It's kind of like, or whatever. They're kind of just like, yeah, can we put John McClane in this somehow? Yeah, there's a Die Hard movie done. Which is why I love the fact of the rumours that we're coming out with a new one.
Yeah.
Because they've got one last one with him, and that's it. He said, one more and I'm done. It's about going back to... He goes to Japan. This is one of the ideas anyway, and I think this is the best idea ever. He goes back to Japan...
Yeah.
To the Nakatomi Corporation to celebrate what happened 20 years ago or 30 years ago, whatever time it happens to be.
Right.
They hold him as you're a legend, thank you for saving ourselves, thank you, blah, 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 blah.
And Hans Gruber comes back.
And same shit happens again. So that's going to be awesome.
It would be awesome if...
You can't say Alan Rickman joins it because he died in the first one.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
but how many times have they brought people back? He could have been Alan Rickman's son.
Who looks slightly older than Alan Rickman in the first one, but he looks, yeah, okay.
He could have a growth problem.
Professor Snape comes along.
Could be his younger brother, who was a baby.
They've already done that one.
Could have another younger brother. Could be a cousin.
Who knows? It's going to be fun.
Could be Severus Snape.
Dumbledore.
Aloha Mora!
Aloha to you too. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a portion of the podcast. Guess which one's a Harry Potter fan?
Me!
Let's go to the board.
Ding ding ding, it's Vix!
But yes, but anyway, so that, okay, back to Star Wars. Back to Star Wars. So, in the prequels, one of the worst characters ever. Who am I talking about?
Jar Jar Binks.
Yes, indeed. Misa Jar Jar Binks. Miyasa. I can't really do it.
I like Jar Jar Binks.
Alfred Marco nails it every time. He's amazing at it. So
he's Finnish.
What?
Jar Jar Binks is Finnish. He speaks Finnish.
Oh well.
He goes around going, moi moi means love you.
He's also an idiot. But anyway.
Oh wow, well, so are 90% of our world leaders, but hey, we let them rule the world.
This political podcast is brought to you by... but no, so Jar Jar Binks, done by a black guy in a costume, and he walked around doing and did everything else like that, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah.
But,
oh god, there's a but.
Here it is, and I'm sitting on it. Guess who originally wanted to be Jar Jar to the point where George Lucas introduced the guy that played Jar Jar to said person and said, hey, this is Jar Jar, if that makes sense. So George Lucas, A, introduced Mr. Blackman B to person C,
who is Jar Jar,
and said, hey, person C is Jar Jar Binks. Hey, this is awesome, blah, 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 blah. They'd gone so far, they'd done prosthetics and all this kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. And then I think George just went, you know what, nah, I'm cool, I'll do it CGI, but thank you so very much. Guess who person C was?
You said Blackman C, so I don't know.
No, Blackman was B, because I can't remember his name, so I apologise, Mr. Jar Jar. I'll give you a clue.
Is this Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson.
Wow.
Wanted to do and be
Jar Jar Binks.
Jar Jar Binks, yep.
That's weird.
I could have done that beatboxing better, sorry, I apologise. But, yeah, no.
It took me a while to get it, but I got there.
That was nothing. I don't know what that was, yeah. That was me just going, I can beatbox, yeah. No, I can't, that's fine. But no, so he wanted to be...
Jar Jar Binks.
Why do you say Jar Jar? It's
because
Jar Jar.
It's not Jar Jar, it's Jar Jar.
Well, they call him Jar Jar.
It's Jar Jar.
And I'm going on the fact of Ewan McGregor, because he calls him Jar Jar, so...
Anyway, moving on. Don't start picking on my pronunciation, Mister. I'm from south of New Zealand, and some of my pronunciation is completely and utterly fucked up as well.
My pronunciation is awesome. What are you talking about? Anyway, I was listening back to one of our podcasts a while back, and I was skipping through it just to see what it sounded like. And because we, write these scripts and I can't read my own writing, there was a lot of me going anyway and We should have a drinking game. Next podcast, drinking game. Every time I say or anyway, have a drink.
Well,
see how smashed we can get by the end of the...
but one thing you do say, also too.
I never say that.
You say that every third sentence, also
I
too.
never say those words. That's just rude. Also, too, to be honest with you, I do kind of say it. That was the most forced also too. I couldn't think of it.
I'd never heard of that saying before you and I started dating.
Well, also too.
Yeah, I've never heard of it.
I can't imagine it in a context.
It's a double positive.
I know, but I can't imagine it in a context.
Honey, also too, I need you to get this.
Oh, okay, yeah. Can you give me a cup of drink? Also too, can you
also, could you get this? Or
yeah.
You don't need to put the two in.
Yeah.
It's a double positive.
I get paid every time I say words, so it's like also.
Oh my
too.
goodness.
Speaking of getting paid, we should probably wrap this up because this is a long
we're
podcast.
not getting paid.
No, we're not. Although if we were getting paid in laughs and in love, I know we'd be never bankrupt. Also too, that's kind of weird. Doing it next time, I'm just going to say that all the time, just to annoy you.
And watch the Psycho Fiance.
Me something Beck's gone crazy. All I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, is thank God that this is not like The Late Show or anything where there's cameras everywhere, because this would be so weird. We should do that one day, just as a piss take.
We could do that, but you'd have to fix the camera.
Yeah. Anyway, also too, we need to talk about... That one was me just annoying you.
Come on.
Alrighty, anyway, thank you so very much for listening this far. If you have made it, if you haven't, well then, you know what, bugger you. But if you have made it, love you very much. Thank you so very much. Don't forget, check out the website, GarethRandomRamblings.space.
And from the words of Gareth's people, use people have a great weekend.
What?
Southern Kiwis say use instead of you.
We don't say use.
Yes, you do.
We say meh.
Yeah, right. South Island.
It's born in a
where the men are horny and the sheep are nervous. Moving on.
You said it wrong. You said it so
I never. What did I say?
You don't say it that way.
What did I say it then?
It's where the men are men and the sheep are nervous. It just makes it
a
little bit
more.
more.
The sheep are nervous.
It's a little bit more where the men are men and the sheep are nervous. You gotta do it like that.
Anything else with the...
Why did a New Zealander invent Velcro?
Why?
Because the sheep started recognising the sound of a zipper. All right.
What do you call a smart Kiwi?
What?
The ones that fuck their sheep and then send them to Australia to be eaten.
Oh. Although I will admit one thing.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the guy? Did you hear about when Hemi moved from New Zealand to Australia?
No.
He balanced out the IQ for both countries. All right. Love you all, everybody. Take care. Enjoy yourselves. And, yeah. Thank you for listening to our racist Kiwi jokes that we just cracked.
They weren't racist. They were Kiwi. We're Kiwis. That doesn't constitute as racism.
Yeah, but that's just the same thing as if I was a black man and I used the word...
don't you dare!
Thank you so very much for interrupting me right there. Thank you, because I know you. Every time I've done a joke like that where I've set it up for you to interrupt me, you've always gone... I've gone, just don't... I like to go and fuck a sheep. And then you've gone, Gareth! Missed it entirely. So thank you for interrupting me.
That is one word I always listen out for you to not use.
I only use it when I'm singing rap songs. That's all. That is all that is.
And that's never appropriate. Neighbors, yeah, the word is neighbors.
Straight out of Compton, crazy mother named Ice Cube from the gang called
Neighbors with Attitude.
Doesn't quite work.
It does work.
Yeah,
it does work. We've got Neighbors with Attitude.
Yeah. Anyway,
this is getting way too long. It's time to go. Come on. Peace out. Have a good week. Have a good rest of your week. Gareth and I are off again. We will see you next week.
It wouldn't be the first time that you've complained it's taking too long.
I'm leaving you. I'm going. That sofa.
That sofa.
That sofa.
That's over there.
That one right over there.
That one over there.
Right.
Bye. Bye.